important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance peace, prosperity, and the welfare of our country and of those whose interests you've committed to our church. Amen. Honorable members, welcome to the sitting of today, Tuesday, the 17th day of February 2026 at 2:30 p.m. Clerk confirm that we have the requisite quorum to transact today's business.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the House is not quorate.
There being no quorum to commence the business of the day, I direct that pursuant to Standing Order 36, the quorum bell be rung for an initial 10 minutes or until such a time that the quorum shall be achieved. First order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
I have no communication to make. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Under this order, there is a paper by Honorable Paul Gesha-Wambaira, the chairperson, Committee, Health Services.
Very well. Honorable Paul Gesha-Wambaira. Yes, Honorable Julian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am a member of the Health Committee, and I am standing in for the chair this afternoon to report that the Committee on Health Services was duly mandated by the Honorable House to scrutinize and report on the stated report, Mr. Speaker. The report has since formed the agenda of the committee's meetings, during which members have sought to analyze and fully comprehend its contents. The committee, Mr. Speaker, is therefore currently in the final stages of identifying issues that require clarification from the medical superintendent. Upon receipt of these clarifications, Mr. Speaker, the committee will be in a position to compile and table its comprehensive report before the House. In view of this ongoing review, Mr. Speaker, the committee respectfully seeks to indulge the indulgence of this House to grant us an extension of at least 45 days to be able to receive the submissions and make a conclusive report.
Thank you, Honorable Juliana. Very well. The preliminary rather progress report is duly given, and the leave sought is well explained and deserving, and so I grant it as sought. So, Chairperson, ensure that the report is ready within the time requested. Next order.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements. Under this order, there is a statement by Honorable Edinard Wabu Kengori, the chairperson, Committee on Public Service Administration and Devolution.
Very well. Honorable Gadongo. I hope you have instruction from the chair.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm sorry, Honorable Speaker, I've not been seized with the statement, so maybe the chair has not communicated.
So maybe being you're in that committee.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I'm a member of that committee.
Yes. Okay. Let us go to the next order. I'll come back there.
Order number 8, motions and bills. Under this order, there is a motion by Honorable Simon Bogoburu, the chairperson, Committee on Public Works, Roads, Energy and Transport.
Very well. Honorable Simon Bogomburu, chairperson, Committee on Roads, Public Works, Energy and Transport.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. This is a motion on the report on consideration of the Nyandarua County Energy Plan. This is a plan for 4 years, that is from 2024 to 2028. Remember, it is a shared, energy is a shared mandate between the national government and the county governments. It is already going on. The motion was moved, so I go straight to reading the motion. To give the notice. On the introduction part, the Nyandarua County Energy Plan was tabled in the Assembly on the 23rd day of September 2025 for consideration and approval. That is from the department. The document was committed to the Committee on Roads, Transport, Energy and Public Works for consideration and processing. The committee scrutinized the energy plan in several meetings held at the Assembly and later subjected to document and public participation on the 27th day of October 2025 in all the 5 sub-counties. The view of the directorates were considered in the report. The plan which was sponsored by European Union through Sustainable Energy Technical Assistance (SETA), is a planning document as prescribed by the Energy Act 1 of 2019. All counties are expected to develop an energy plan which is combined to make a national integrated energy plan for planning and implementation. The committee scrutinized and found that it complies with the prescribed component in the National Energy Policy, the Energy Act 2019, and its program are in Nyandarua County Integrated Plan. The legal framework, the county energy plan, is prepared in strict compliance with the relevant national laws and regulations, establishing its legal foundation and scope. When we go to the Constitution of Kenya, specifically Schedule 4, grant counties the function and power to develop local energy policy. The mandate includes areas such as electricity, gas reticulation, and energy regulation. Consequently, the Constitution empowers the county to formulate policy, regulations, and develop plans that are unique to its needs as available and its available resources. Remember, these are planned for all the counties, but we have specific policies for different counties because we come from different areas where energy is different. Number two, National Energy Policy 2025 to 2034. The national policy envisions energy as a crucial catalyst for economic growth, sustainability, and prosperity for all Kenyans. It establishes the baseline for energy sector contribution to the country's economic, environmental, and social development goals, with a focus on resource diversification, equity, sustainability, and climate resilience. The policy's strategic objectives include 1, or A, achieving universal electricity access by 2030. 2, diversifying the energy mix, prioritizing renewable energy sources, promoting clean cooking technologies, and reducing reliance on biomass fuel, enhancing energy efficiency and conservation in all sectors, fostering innovation through technology and financing mechanism, supporting a just and equitable energy transition alignment with the global climate goals. And number 3, the Act provides the comprehensive regulatory framework for energy sector. It requires guidance in the preparation of county energy plan by compelling the sector to 1, promote renewable energy sources, ensuring environmental protection and sustainable energy practices, addressing concerns related to climate change and the impact of energy projects on local communities. 3, mandate the development of an integrated energy plan. The Act requires this plan to ensure all Kenyans households have access to electricity by 2030. The county energy plan will be incorporated into the overreaching National Integrated Plan. Number 4, public finance management. The Public Finance Management Act emphasizes that planning is fundamental basis for budgeting. Section 125(1), Schedule AB, outlines key strategies in the county government budget processing that necessitate planning. The integrated development planning process, which must include both long-term and medium-term planning, B, planning and establishing financial and economic priorities for the county over the medium term. Therefore, all proposed programs and priorities in the energy plan must be incorporated into the approved medium-term and long-term county plans before being budgeted for. Number 5, County Integrated Development Plan, that is CIDP 2022-2027. The Nyandarua County Integrated Development Plan, CIDP3, identified rural electricity connection as a major challenge, attributing it to factors like inadequate transformers, poor terrain, and sparse population. To address this, the CIDP projected an increased budget for purchasing transformers and maximizing the utility of already installed ones. It anticipated the consideration of alternative and renewable energy sources through collaboration with the national government and development partners. Crucially, the CIDP projected the development of a county energy plan and policy to guide the exploitation of undeveloped alternative energy sources, particularly considering the low financial capacity of individual households and poor sensitization efforts in the county. Baseline survey and statistics, 2022. A baseline survey was conducted in the 5 sub-counties in 2022. The following statistics were established. Access to grid electricity. Access to grid electricity in the county increased from 41.3% of households in 2019 to 77% in 2022. The sub-county with the lowest proportion of household connected to the grid was Kipipiri, with a connection of 27%. Mr. Speaker, protect me from this man here. Don't know his problem. Number 2, alternative for lighting. Alternative grid electricity for lighting are kerosene and lamps and solar PV systems. Number 3, health facility connection. Approximately 78% of the Nyandarua County health facilities are connected to the national grid. 12% use solar home systems, and 10% have no access to electricity. Very pathetic if we have a health facility that is not connected. Number 4, enterprise connection. Most enterprises are connected to the grid. In addition, 13% of these enterprises have incorporated solar power as secondary sources, and 26% rely on generators for backups. Primary cooking fuel. The primary cooking fuel is fired, relied upon by 70% of the households, followed by charcoal at 15.6% and LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, at 12.5%. Number 6, stove use and stakings. 77% of the households practice stakings using multiple cooking methods, while 23 do not. Charcoal is reported as the second choice of cooking fuel within staking data at 53.5%. Biogas. Emphasis has been placed on bioenergy, as the prevailing leading source of energy used for cooking in the county, and opportunities are available for its sustainable exploitation. The plan also segregates different potential energy sources for different sub-counties based on geographical orientation, economic activity prevalent in the areas, and the cost effectiveness via sustainability. Number 8, institutional prioritization. The report identifies all educational and health services institutions that are not connected to the grid, which should be prioritized for connection. We go to structure and content, and the Nyandarua County Energy Plan is structured in 7 chapters detailing the plan's foundation, data analysis, and implementation strategy. Chapter 1 is introduction and methodology, gives the background information and rationale for the report's development. The other one includes Nyandarua County geographic and demographic data and methodology used in developing the energy plan. Chapter 2 is the energy resource inventory. It provides inventory of available energy sources in the county, offers an analysis of the exploitation opportunities. Chapter 3 is energy access and demand analysis. It quantifies the status of energy access for households, institutions, and business, describes the projected energy growth and demand under various scenarios, business issue, that is SDG. Number 7, this is Sustainable Development Goal number 7, which says that everybody should access energy. Chapter 4, Energy Efficiency and Conservation, describes the energy efficiency at the standard benchmark and conservation measures, identifies specific opportunities for the energy efficiency. Chapter 5, Biomass Energy and Bioenergy Investment, identifies the biomass energy as the predominant energy source for cooking in Nyandarua County. It highlights the untapped investment opportunity in bioenergy. Chapter 6, proposed programs and projects. It highlights the program and project proposed in the energy plan. Identify expected output, activities, progress indicators, responsibility, and timelines for implementation. Chapter 7 is about implementation, monitoring, and budget. It covers the energy strategy for implementation, coordination, monitoring, and evaluation. And lastly, it includes approximate budget for programs that are outlined and projected. Remember, Mr. Speaker, here we are discussing the reason as to why we are saying it is already a plan that is national. We are trying to make sure that it is interrelated with our plan. Though we are in 2026 and it ought to have been implemented in 2024, we must, for compliance, we must do it. That is what we are saying in the committee findings. Compliance with the National Energy Policy. The Nyandarua County Energy Plan is prepared pursuant to the National Energy Act 2019, which regulates the implementation of energy or National Energy Policy. Key highlights in the policy and components in the County Energy Plan which have been fulfilled include energy access and inclusivity, 2, renewable energy development, energy efficiency and sustainability, energy financing and innovation, climate change and just energy transition, implementation and governance, regulation, and international cooperation. The committee is satisfied that the Nyandarua County Plan compiles with the component prescribed in the policy. Number 2, creation of a policy secretariat. The CEP monitoring and evaluation necessitates the establishment of a secretariat to steer the implementation of the program identified. The proposed secretariat includes, not limited to, focal point officer, partnership and fundraising officer, advocacy and communication officer, monitoring and evaluation manager, administration manager. The committee noted that the secretariat is vital in a day-to-day monitoring and evaluation of the programs and for daily management of the CECP activities and the programs. The committee also noted that the Directorate of Energy, which is tasked with the energy programs implementation and development, is accurately understaffed and underfunded despite the county's commitment to achieve the set targets. It therefore promoted that the staffing gap be addressed and adequate funding be provided, even as we consider monitoring and evaluation secretariat. Mr. Speaker, the surprising thing, the department or we are discussing has only 2 employed staffs and a few other either interns or other ongoing other programs. So it's a very serious department of energy. It has a lot of mandates but it is, as a department, we noted as a committee that it is seriously understaffed, and things or something should be done to make sure that the staffing is okay. Number 3, County Energy Planning Committee. A County Energy Planning Committee is created by is to be created, chaired by the CCM in charge of Energy Department, Directorate, including high-level county officials and key representatives for the National Energy and the Environmental Agency to offer policy and strategic guidance and endorse work plans whose implementation will be monitored by the Secretariat. The CEPC will meet thrice per year. The committee appreciates that all the stakeholders in the energy sector will be considered in order to bring ideas as well as mobilize resources needed to achieve the ambiguous plan. Number 4, budget. A budget is required for the implementation of the programs identified and for the Secretariat as listed below. The budget, however, does not commensurate with the current situation in the implementing directorate, which has only 2 staffs on permanent and pensionable employment terms. The budget, therefore, is expected to decrease now that the Secretariat is not in place now, and it is 2 years into the same plan. Remember, I have said that we are passing hours when it has already worked in the national government for years. Floka money is coming, and we had to do it. Development programs and projects. The County Energy Plan highlights the following programs and budget for implementation of the 5-year period. It is listed there below, citing everything. Number 6, baseline data. The committee noted with concern that the number of institutions listed as being outside the scope of transformer is far too many, noting that the last mile connection program by the national government was meant to connect all the public institutions to the national grid. Reported and connected health facilities in the county are 25 in number, while 226 running institutions, public and private. It was also noted that some of the institutions reported as unconnected are on the national grid currently. Remember, when it was this thing, or rather the project itself, dates to 2024. So there are other institutions that have already been connected. So we noted that them that we are purported not to be connected, later on they have been connected because it is 2 years down the line. That is exactly what the statement means. The committee therefore proposed that another baseline survey is done to come up with the actual position of connectivity to guide the policy ensuring 100% by the year 2030. The baseline information should be representative of current situation to assist in identifying priority areas and help to mobilize funds for implementing and the policy programs. Recommendations. In view of the above consideration, the committee thereby recommends that the Nyandarua County Energy Plan 2024-2028 is approved by the Honorable House to guide the county in energy development. 2, that the department does initiate an assessment of the current situation, especially regarding the connected public institution, and report back to the House within 90 days, that is after approval, to allow for funds mobilization and budget allocation in subsequent years. In that one, Mr. Speaker, we were trying to look into issues because when this plan was implemented by the national government in 2024 and they had already carried the statistics, there are them that are already connected. So we were finding it fit after we approve our energy department go through the whole county and give us the very recent statistics to make sure that we plan and come for rescue to especially the public institutions like hospitals, like schools that are not already connected. Finally, that the personnel gap in the key position in the Energy Directorate be filled to accelerate the implementation of a program. Mr. Speaker, a directorate cannot work with two people. It's something that should be looked into by the whole government in where they are going to come up with a structure, because I don't believe that the two staffs can be able to implement and work out everything that is there. In conclusion, Nyandarua County Plan 2024, Energy Plan 2024-2028 forms the foundation framework for energy development in the county, with both small-scale and medium-scale energy projects integrated form a portfolio of energy sources for domestic, institutional, and industrial uses. With the adoption of this plan, the department will be rigorous to go to the donors and other development partners seeking financing of the proposed project to be implemented using the framework already established. Mr. Speaker, in that one, majority of the programs that we are mentioning here are being driven by other donors, other development partners, like World Bank is doing very well in biogas and everything. So when we ratify that this is exactly what is required by our county, it will now be legal and official for the department to move out there, go look for finances, funding from either national government, development partners, and other donors. So with those very many remarks, we urge the House to approve the report on the consideration of the Nyandarua County Energy Plan 2024 to 2028. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I call Maureen Mwaki, the Vice Chair of the committee, to second the report.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Maureen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I list to second this plan. Mr. Speaker, as you know, energy is not all about the power. It's about digital opportunities, health care, education, and economic growth. So, Mr. Speaker, as we implement this plan, it will also create job opportunity to our youths. And Mr. Speaker, I second. Thank you.
I now propose a question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Public Works, Roads, Transport, Housing, and Energy on the Nyandarua County Energy Plan 2024-2028 as a report of the House, and the recommendations therein as a resolution of the House. Yes, Honorable Kungu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First, I want to congratulate the committee, because I know out of their schedule, very busy schedule, they were able to do public participation. I was a witness because it happened by the time they were doing the public participation. We are at the same time doing the public participation for the annual development plan, and we were able to engage the citizenry on these matters of the energy plan, or the county energy plan. Honorable Speaker, these are some of the serious documents that are tabled in this House, because we know as much as the energy is a function of the national government, there is a correlation between the national and the county government, because the county government are the recipient of the energy reticulation. Honorable Speaker, this plan is as a result of the county government, that is Energy Act under the national government of 2019. And as a result of the SDG number 7 that requires that Kenya to be universally have access to electricity by 2030. The SDG proposed that by 2030, each and every household in Kenya should access affordable, reliable, sustainable, modern energy. And we are in 2026, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to say, sometimes God has given us an opportunity to be leaders such a time as this. And sometimes history will judge us very harshly because of some of the injustice that happens in this country. I want to say this, and I happen to come to the right of this information, that it is so sad. One, I want to note, Honorable Speaker, that there have been a significant improvement in connectivity in Nyandarua County. In 2019, Nyandarua County was at 41%. Currently, when they did the survey, it was at 77, but I'm reliably have information we are almost at 82%. But Honorable Speaker, what saddens me is my area of Kipipiri. Because it happens, by the time they were doing the baseline, it was at 27%. Currently, it is at 49%. I fail to understand this gap, that it can happen in Orokarao, the connectivity is at 81%, but at a neighboring constituency, the connectivity is at 49%. It is an injustice, and a historical injustice for that matter. We expected Aragua and Kinangop, which has got very geographical area, to be the one that are lagging behind in connectivity. But today, Kipipiri is the one that is lagging behind. This country has set aside 1.8 billion for connectivity in this country. 300 million is expected to come to Nyandarua. But what has happened, Honorable Speaker? Sometimes when I say that history will judge us very harshly, it is a kind of politics that we practice. Some of this money, 1.8 billion, are own money. These are loans that are taken from governments, from Africa Development Bank, from France through European Union, and others are from Japan through JICA. But it has happened out of how politics is played in this country. And I want to be understood and be understood very clearly. When we do budget in this country, and even in this assembly or wherever, it is expected that people are supposed to benefit from the budget, whether they are in government or they are not in government. According to the policy, they are supposed to benefit equally. But it does not happen, Honorable Speaker. The reality of the matter is that the power of the past or the power of implementation with the government of the day, Honorable Speaker. So it has happened that out of the politics of Nyandarua, our own Kipipiri has lagged behind. Today, our people are not connected. And we feel that this is a mess that should be corrected, Honorable Speaker. And I thank God for this, because it is not a political document. It is a policy that has indicated that a lot of emphasis should be given to Kipipiri when it comes to Nyandarua. We want to see connectivity being pushed up so that we can be able to match with other constituencies, Honorable Speaker. And so we believe that even at the county level, through His Excellency the Governor, through this House, we will be able to push for Kipipiri to get more transformers, to get more connected, because we deserve it. Because when it comes to paying of their own, when this country will be paying their own to the France, or to France, when we will be paying their own to the African Development Bank, the Kipipiri people will not be spared. They will pay their own equally. Whether they are going to say they're in one term or in two terms, it means when it comes to the time of paying loan, they will pay, their children will pay, their grandchildren will pay, whether they were connected or they were not connected. And it is time we put our politics right, Honorable Speaker, so that we are able to request and lobby the government of the day to do what it's supposed to do and connect our people. Honorable Speaker, this is a very clear of injustice and a historical injustice that will take time for our people to march out. Honorable Speaker, as I sit, I support this report. But I equally say today, it is only in the Kipipiri constituency where there is no ongoing tarmac road. If you look at all the other constituencies here that are represented in Nyandarua, they are ongoing tarmac. This is money as a result of loans. But ours, as a constituency, we are lagging behind. Then we ask ourselves, what is wrong with Kipipiri? Because it is not politics we are doing. These are data that are reflected each and every day. And I behold and behooves my fellow members of County Assembly from Kipipiri, it is time we open up our eyes and start saying things as are. we talk of statistics, we start requesting the government of the day, give us our due. Otherwise, history will judge us very harshly. And we will run. We will not be able to explain to our people what happened when the Daragwa was receiving tarmac. What happened when Yorokara was receiving electricity? Where are we? Honorable Speaker, I support and I thank the committee for bringing to the right of the injustice that is happening to our constituency. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, I'm very much ready to get to the national government to bring some of these issues of Kipipiri out and make Kipipiri equal to the party, to the other constituencies like Kidaragwa and the rest. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kongo. Honorable DS.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I want to take up from where Honorable Kongo has left. Mr. Speaker, this is a very important document that requires the approval of the County Assembly. Mr. Speaker, this marks the progress and awareness of how important energy it is to every household. And in future, Mr. Speaker, energy and connectivity to energy should be mandatory. Actually, it should be a basic need. Because, Mr. Speaker, why should some children use a lantern lamp to study or like candle, while others are, and then they have the same examination to tackle? I believe this is a very big discrimination and marginalization. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, it is important to note that the document exposes our resources that we need to mobilize, especially the biomass energy. Mr. Speaker, we are endowed with so many natural resources, and when we are able to harness them for energy, Mr. Speaker, I believe that we shall be able to provide energy for everyone. But Mr. Speaker, I want to handle something that Honorable Kongo said about marginalization. Mr. Speaker, we have seen steady progress from successive governments, from the government of Moi Kibaki, which connected every school to electricity. And again, the government of Uhuru Kenyatta that came with last mile connectivity. But Mr. Speaker, in the third dispensation, we have seen discrimination of a kind we have never seen before. The fact that we don't belong to the ruling party or the member of parliament differs from the ideologies of the ruling party does not mean punishment, persecution, and marginalization of some areas like Kipipiri. Mr. Speaker, the member of parliament does not handle the budget. The budget is handled by the executive, and it has a right to provide to every citizen of this nation. And Mr. Speaker, we do not go to lobby, we do not go to request, we demand. These are services we deserve because we equally contribute to the national coffers in terms of taxes. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, politics of going back to pledge loyalty are politics that are overtaken by time. And Mr. Speaker, I believe that what we need is not to go back to the government and start requesting them to provide, is to rebuke the government of the day and tell them Kipipirians are citizens. We are not refugees in this county. We are not refugees in this country. We belong, and therefore we deserve equal distribution of the resources. And Mr. Speaker, it is an awakening call that next time we go to elections, we must hold the government, the people who want to get the power, to account, and for them to pledge that they will equally distribute resources to everyone without discrimination. What we are facing as Kipipiri, Mr. Speaker, is persecution. and going back to the government is pleading guilty to be citizens of this country. And we are not guilty as citizens of this country. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, what I urge is the government of the day, through the Ministry of Energy, to provide electricity connection to every citizen of Kipipiri because we deserve it. Mr. Speaker, having said that, I implore the members that we pass this, we approve this document because with it, we unlock the resources. We unlock, we allow the resources from even outside this country to come and help the residents of this country to have connectivity, and that with connectivity, there is economic growth. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable DS. Honorable Matimo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise to support this report that comes from a committee that I sit, and I'm grateful that members of this committee, we did sit even during the holidays to ensure that this report sees the light of the day. And we are grateful, Mr. Speaker, that today we are tabling this report to this Honorable House. Mr. Speaker, I'm a Bible reader, and I go to church every Sunday. And there's a verse in the Bible that says, God rewards and gives his rewards to the people that he loves. Mr. Speaker, you cannot come and tell us today that people in a certain area are lacking because they're not supporting. You cannot fight the government and expect the same government to support you. Mr. Speaker, the same area,
Point
it
of
is,
order, Mr. Speaker.
it is on 27%
Yes.
connectivity.
Honorable Juliana, what is the point of order?
It is inappropriate, Mr. Speaker, for Honorable Matimu to say that the people who voted for a government should be denied development just because one person who is also a voter does not align to the agenda of that said government, Mr. Speaker. I think we should be objective and we should provide leadership in this house. And even in our difference, we should understand that we are serving the people and we both strive to honor that mandate, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Matimo, clarify to the member.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Julia has spoken more minutes than I had actually spoken. Because I've just started my statement and I've not mentioned anywhere the word government. I've just talking about the Bible. I've talking about what the Bible says. So I've not even started what my argument was, and already she has concluded what I was not even saying. Let me proceed, Mr. Speaker.
But maybe you should give her a benefit of doubt and clarify. You stated categorically that you cannot be fighting a government and you expect development.
Yes,
It
Mr.
is
Speaker,
unanswered, it is on record.
Yes.
That's what I need you clarify. what
She
meant.
could have waited for me to finish, then she raises on a point of order.
Very well.
Mr. Speaker, that's where I was. You cannot be fighting a government that you are supposed to go and knock a door to that particular government.
Mr.
And we
Speaker.
have honorable members
Point
here.
of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minority.
You know, Mr. Speaker, the member is trying to bring an ideology that was long way before the promulgation of the Constitution of 2010. The right to development is not in any manner related to an allegiance of anybody. It is a right by the people, for the people, by the government, and it is not subject to who is supporting what government, when, where. Do we have people who pay taxes because of they are supporting government A or B?
if I don't want to dwell to which people are being said are being marginalized, but I would want the member to clarify whether it is a government position that you need to support the government for a specific people to get development. And he must clarify that, Mr. Speaker. Don't allow him to proceed without that clarity.
Maybe, Honorable Matimo, what you do to avoid appearing as if you are being political with this report, which is a professional report by committee, I would urge you to confine yourself within the content of what the Committee on Lands, as presented by Honorable Mbogo, has done, whether you support it, whether you criticize it, or you criticize it. That way, it's going to save a lot of time for the House.
I'm going to do exactly that, Mr. Speaker. But the Deputy Speaker in this very honorable House is unanswered that he has said the same thing that I'm speaking about, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Maybe, Honorable Matimo, you see the Speaker does not see and does not hear. He was not disrupted by any member. But your sentiment has been disrupted by several members on a point of order. So maybe probably kindly confine yourself within the report. Forget about what other members have debated, because your statement has been interjected seeking my ruling, and that's what the directions I've given.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I continue with the same report, the very honorable members who are seated here today, I see them going to kneel down to the governor to bring development.
Point of order, Honorable
to
Speaker.
their areas, including the Deputy Speaker
point of
and
order,
the
Honorable Speaker.
Minority Leader Mheshimiwa Geshoke.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, as I continue.
Point of
What
order.
is the point of order, Honorable DS?
Honorable Speaker, is it in order for Honorable Matimo, without substantiation, insulting members that they go to kneel down? Can he substantiate or apologize?
And Mr. Speaker, as an addition, because he has mentioned B.
Yes, Honorable Minority.
So, Mr. Speaker, unless the member has problem with English, kneeling down is a serious word. I would not want here my electorate in engineer to think that they sent a member who goes to kneel. We only kneel to God. And for that purpose, the member is grossly out of order. And the insinuation that it is a question of the rights of the people who belong to the 25 wards of this county to be served with the governor of this county. It has nothing to do with who is kneeling and who is not kneeling. The member must be drawn to the order as per the prescription of the standing order. If he cannot be able to withdraw that statement, let him give us evidence that governments give service depending on who supports who. Let him not meander. And either way, he's wasting our time. We have critical issues we want to address on this report, and he should only be given a chance to either withdraw that remark or substantiate it by way of quoting a law that says people can only get development because they are supporting certain elements in government.
Thank you,
Point of
Honorable.
information.
Yes, but however, I would want to close that issue. Honorable Matimo, I don't know what is so hard when the chair directs, you confine yourself within the report. You know, it appears you are defying the directions of the chair. Kindly, so that we avoid going off the report as presented by the Committee on Roads, confine strictly, this being the last opportunity, confine yourself within this report.
Much obliged, Mr. Speaker. Let me progress. Mr. Speaker, from the report that we've just received, is that a ward in a constituency in our county, by the time this report was being done, was the lowest in terms of connectivity at 27%. I would humbly request that this particular constituency be allowed to take the lion's share of the share of government. And my humble request is, let's have people volunteering to go and knock on those doors of our national government to ensure that, Mr. Speaker, we get the equal share of the people of Kipipiri, so that we can raise this connectivity from 27% to at least Even if they will not get to 82% where Olkalau constituency is, at least they will get somewhere to be around 60%, Mr. Speaker. And this one is only doable if we can have both people knocking on doors of government to ensure that, Mr. Speaker, we get development for. Mr. Speaker, on the same, and I'm very grateful for our members of parliament who are elected in Olkalau, Oljororok, Ndaragwa, and also Kinangop for the good work that they are doing, because their connectivity has risen. But in what we have, Mr. Speaker, in this particular constituency, it is below par. And I'm grateful that we have one honorable member, Honorable Kongo,
Yes,
who has
Honorable
risen to the
Gadongo.
occasion, and right now he's ensuring that
Thank
he's
you,
not
Honorable
also.
Speaker. When Honorable Matimu is talking about, I think, Kipipiri and Agua, and congratulating our member who is a welfare committee member in the National Assembly, let him not speak about Daragwa. Daragwa, we are more worse than Kinago in Kipipiri, even having the MP in the government. When you see at the MP for Karau, he's in the infrastructure department. When you see the MP for, he's in the budget committee. Ours is in welfare committee. And the rest
Point of information,
Daragwa
Honorable
people
Speaker.
for electricity, we are worse off. Thank you.
Point of order, Honorable
Yes,
Speaker.
Honorable Kongo.
Honorable Speaker, I when I was doing this motion, or when I was I was debating, I restrained myself from discussing character, because I understand the standing order that you cannot discuss somebody who is elected unless you have a substantive motion. And I felt that I really needed to discuss character. When Honorable Gadongo tells us that Daragwa is worse than Kipipiri, we have a data that has been stipulated by the committee, and the chair has read the report and has indicated that Kipipiri is the last in connectivity at 27%. Which other data is he talking about when he says that Daragwa is worse?
Point of order,
It is
Honorable
not a
Speaker.
matter of where the MP sits in the committee. It's that the member is able to ably
Point of
represent
order, Honorable
Daragwa
Speaker.
more than a Kipipiri member of parliament.
Yes, Honorable Diaz.
Honorable Speaker, is it in order for a member to contribute twice while others have not contributed in the name of point of order?
Yes, Honorable Whip.
Deputy Speaker is contradicting himself. He has contributed more than 4 times. But what I want to say, I have felt very degraded at a member from Daragwa who is eyeing the MP seat, coming here to say that welfare committee is not a committee. I sit in that welfare and I feel very important, because every day I think about welfare of these members seated here. What comes before that? Honorable member.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, maybe Honorable Matimu.
As I
What I really want to avoid, this debate may go further and even get into other offices, like offices of member of parliament, so many offices. It may even escalate to Kenha, Kura. That is why I'm asking you, you confine yourself with this report, so that now we avoid going overboard.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm also the vice chair of the Welfare Committee, and I think members are proud of the work that I do as vice chair of this specific committee. And Mr. Speaker, you start from your house, which is assembly, then you distribute the same to your people. So being a welfare is not an evil thing. So, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, because of your guidance, I would wish, maybe on furtherance of what my chair has just mentioned, I think it's good that we have a database as they finish up with the report in the policy, so that, Mr. Speaker, we can know, because like what Honorable Kongo has just mentioned, that the percentage has risen from 27% to around 49%, we should have a database, so that an area that is not connected at this particular time, once it's connected, we remove that particular institution, that particular area from our database, and ensure that at least we are at par with the connectivity in our area. Mr. Speaker, we cannot wait for another government to come so that connection can be done. Let's use the resources that we have in this government, and Honorable Kongo continue working for people of Kipipiri to ensure that we have electricity connection in that area, and I know you are up to task. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Mwangi, okay, member for engineer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want first to admit a good document that is able to know where are we headed. But Mr. I am only concerned by one thing. Even though I was not in the house, but it is unanswered. But wherever I was listening to what is happening. I overheard the member representing Wanjohi says that development should not be given through intimidation. And I want to concur with him, that development should not be provided to people through intimidation. His insinuation was that Kipipiri has been shortchanged because of perceived political alliances that appear to not be pro-government. And I agree with him that that is the fact. Development should not be by intimidation. And I want to quote the Honorable Member of Wanjohi, that development, I repeat, should not be through intimidation. The member for Wanjohi confirms that the government, by the fact that there is a question of 25% connectivity in Kipipiri, which is conceived to be the lowest, is that there has been intimidation to the people of Kipipili by the same government he is perceived to be joining. And he confirms on the floor of the House
Point of order,
that
Mr.
the
Speaker.
government he is perceived to be joining for purposes of his endeavor to become the Kipipilis intimidatively intimidated the people of Kinangop.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Yes, Honorable.
And
What is the
the
point of order?
Hansan can serve as right.
Mr. Speaker, I think you had just ruled when I was giving my remarks that we avoid that direction that Honorable, that we stick to the report that is before the House. I have had my good friend Honorable Geshoke now is directly attacking the Honorable member from Wanjohi.
Maybe member for engineer.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, I'm responding. I'm ruling on the point of order by Honorable Matimo. Maybe your member for engineer, just proceed, but I would maybe urge you confine yourself within report by criticizing it, supporting it, and giving your opinion in regard to it.
Point of order.
Yes,
Point of order, Honorable
Mr. Speaker, in the meantime, Mr.
Yes,
Speaker.
member for Kipipiri, sorry, Wanjohi, who is out of order?
I think, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Geshoke is out of order. One, he has confirmed that he was not in.
Yes,
So
Honorable
whatever
Kumo,
he is
I gave...
that I said, and the answer is very clear. I never talked of any government intimidating or development by intimidation. Honorable Speaker,
maybe I have already given ruling and direction, and I've guided him on how to move forward to avoid...
Is he in order when he says that I am joining the government? I have always been in government. I am a member of UDA from very beginning. Today I'm currently here starting as a member of UDA. So when he tells this house that I'm joining government, which government am I joining? I've never been out of government. He should withdraw and clearly say that I'm in government. He is the one in opposition at the Jubilee Party. Honorable Speaker, I've always been in the government.
So, member for engineer, what we do for purposes of getting time of hearing your contribution, let us confine ourselves within this report, kindly.
I withdraw the part that he's joining government. I support him fully that government should not intimidate people. I support his sentiment and his agreement that the people of Kipipili have been intimidated by this current government which he serves. And that it be recorded that the member for Wanjohi is completely disappointed with this current government in the manner in which...
Maybe, Honorable Geshoke, I urge you, we avoid discussing a member. He had given direction. It appears now you have concentrated for Wanjohi.
Yes,
let us discuss the report now.
I'm well guided.
Yeah.
I would also want to the ongoing tarmac roads that are under construction include other limited to the Captain Wajohi Demi Road, which is under construction.
Point of order,
And
Mr.
therefore,
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, it is proper to perspective.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
There is a road called Donyonjero Geta, which traverses between Kinangop and Donyonjero, which is ongoing and will
Point of order, Mr.
in
Speaker,
tarmac. So when a member stands on the floor of the House and says that there is no ongoing tarmac road in Kipipili, he is not only misleading the people of Kipipili alone, the county at large, which is wrong. The members who are representing the different sub-counties within our ward, including Honorable Wanjiko Mohia, are striving the best they can under completely difficult situation, especially here, to ensure that the tarmacs I have mentioned are underway.
Mr. Speaker, we may avoid, you just quoted the standing orders that we cannot maybe discuss a character who is not in the... Unless we discuss the office, maybe.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, that the member representing Wajohi, I mean the Kipipiri currently, he has, and she's trying her best to ensure that Kipipiri is properly represented, and that the tarmacs that...
Point of order, Honorable Yes, member, for, maybe before I start, Honorable Minority, you are ranking member, and for sure you are completely out of order. Because when the chairs say we don't discuss an individual, then you say member... You would have put it the office of a member of parliament of this and that. However, I had given area direction. Let us concentrate in this report. Let us not bring in characters. Let us not bring in political alignment. Let us not bring in the current political situation. It will assist us a lot.
I am in agreement, Mr. Speaker. And bottom line is that development is not about discussion of other people. It is not which government you're serving when where. It is your capacity as an individual, and the governments will have to know today that they do not serve us by way of intimidation. They will serve us because we pay taxes, and the monies they are using, whether donor-based or not, it is public money, and public money is contribution by individuals coming, and especially the people of Kipipili, who are heavy contributors to the economy of this country through the food they produce, the vitungus, the cut flowers, the carrots that come from Getabushi in Kipipili. It is because of that particular production in Kipipili that this country has been able to get money which has gone to development, and bringing back money to those people is not by a right, is not who is asking for it to be provided. It is because it should be provided. And nobody is going to tell us that because it is him now, money is going to come. No, it is because it is the right of the people of Kipipili that money will be provided to them, just like it has been provided to the people of Kinangop through whatever. And again, Mr. Speaker, if you read this report, it says it is a report that cuts across the years 2022 to 2028. So from where I sit, in the first instance, this report, I would not say it is half-baked. I would say it is not complete, because the tenor within which this particular survey ought to have been done and the part in which the government should have done this particular work, it's between 2022 and 2028. There is still 6 more years. And in the meantime, the connectivity was at 41% before, 41% before the survey. And it rose to 77% after the survey.
Point of order.
Can I
point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Me from
point of order.
You don't have
point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Between 77% and 41% means by the time the survey is being done, we are talking of 35%. Because it's 77, which is now current, minus what was already existent as at that time, which was 44. Who was the member of parliament for Kipipili between the 20
point of order,
before 2022? Because it was at 47 then. Are they talking about that member of parliament at that particular time? Was that member of parliament against government as perceived by the rhetorics that are being brought by people who just want to join government for goodies that may not necessarily be for the coming? Do you have to tarnish other people's reputations for purposes of making yourself appear like you are a good man and that you are supporting certain governments, and that for that reason you can go ahead and tarnish other people's names? The connectivity that is now experienced at the 22% is out of between 2022 when Wajiko Moya became the member of parliament for Kipili.
Member
Should
for
be
engineer.
noted.
Once again, you've brought a member
Oh, sorry.
who is not
My
part
apologies,
of this
Mr. Speaker. I
house.
withdrew.
And maybe you are still going outside
withdrew.
the report.
I withdrew.
I know
just
if
thought-
I grant the opportunities for the point of orders that are being raised, you are completely out of order. But I'm trying to give you an opportunity
Mr.
because I know you have something credible for the people of Nyandarua. That's what I want you to concentrate on.
Mr. Speaker, I withdrew all the others, but a member is calling me Labish, although you have not heard. I don't think it is okay.
We don't have that in Hansard. The chair has not caught the eye of the ear of such sentiment. However, if anybody has done that, he should. If he mean it, they should say it, so that we can rule on that.
Sure.
Maybe proceed along the line of report now.
Along this one, Mr. Speaker, I want to just confirm that of the 35%, which has been the biggest beneficiary of this particular donor-based funding, I want to congratulate the office of the constituency of Kipipili because it has ensured that it has moved quickly and ensured at least 27% of this money has been taken for purposes of electricity
Point of order,
connectivity
Honourable
in
Speaker.
Kipipili. And I want to
Point of order, Honourable Speaker.
and thank
And
the
I think
members,
the people of
and I also
Kipipili need
want
to be
thank-
protected.
And I also want to thank the members for having been able to even tell us that firewood is still a major consumption of
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
fuel in our county.
Point of
Because
order,
it's
Mr.
something that
Speaker,
we
sir.
want to look into and ensure that we no longer have firewood as the primary. Because it is being noted that we are doing it at about 70% of our household, which, of course, in the next few years, we know the kind of climate changes that we have had and the effect that relates to firewood and the cutting of trees for purposes of firewood. So it also helps us as a county to be able to start thinking on the direction we want to take to ensure that we lower the number of households that are relying on firewood as the primary cooking fuel. On the stoves, which is going a bit at 77, that we are doing well, I think. But again, remember that stoves also have some ripple effect in terms of fuel consumption, and it has an effect in terms of the aeration in the houses, the health, and all that. So we'll also be looking at a way of also lowering the uptake of stove taking by ensuring that on matters bioenergy, we will be asking the honourable member who has traversed this county and has even had an opportunity to serve us at a higher level, especially within the East African community, to help us into how we can be able to look into the bioenergy, focusing on what other countries are doing, because we are privileged. At least one member of our county who have had the privilege of serving us at the local level and at the international level, having been able to serve even as a member representing IARA, and of course, doing. I want to commend the committee for doing such a great work.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe you can take your seat. Maybe you would have called the mover, Honorable Gishoki. Yes, Honorable Gadungo. Sorry, you are not caught the speaker's eye.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, can the Honorable members converse in low tones, Honorable Speaker?
Maybe honorable members, you can consult in low tones so that we can listen to the chair education.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And first and foremost, I want to appreciate an energy led by Honorable Mbogomburu. This is a very timely doc, Honorable Speaker. That is the County Energy Planning Committee, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker was elected in this house in the year 2017. And around the year, around one of the transformer that we bought using county fund in 2018, it got wiring and it started working in the year 2026. Honorable Speaker, if we had such a committee, that is the County Energy Planning Committee, those transformers would have worked. Honorable Speaker, we have left this business of electricity connectivity to the national government, Honorable Speaker. And the results are not so admirable, Honorable Speaker. I believe if this, the energy could in a way be more devolved to us, Honorable Speaker, it would work. And I want to appreciate Governor Badirisha, that is Governor Kiaji Badirisha, because in the last financial year, he has ensured through the county funds that we get all the health facilities. In my place, I can mention 2 places where we had no electricity and which are already connected with electricity right at the moment. That is Karamton Container Dispensary and also Divide Dispensary. And I'm privy to the information that even in far-flung areas like Kamerodi, it was in the plans of being connected to the grid. Honorable Speaker, we can't write down and delegate this issue only to the national government. Honorable Speaker, in Nyandarua, where I come from, it was said sometimes back, a truck was flagged off, and we were told in Nyandarua, electricity worth more than 1 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker, would be connected to our people. And Honorable Speaker, it was a miracle truck, Honorable Speaker. It could move from one county. It was in Laikipia with the poles. It came to Nyandarua, went to Nakuru, went all over the country, Honorable Speaker. But the electricity, that 1 billion electricity we were told about, is not forthcoming, Honorable Speaker. I believe some of the information here might not be right. Honorable Speaker, our neighboring constituency is called Orojoro, Honorable Speaker, where the Honorable member for Wellwood is a member of that constituency. Honorable Speaker, in each and every trading center, we have security writing, Honorable Speaker. Go to all the trading centers along this tarmac road when you go towards Nyahururu. Even go to Nyahururu, just past Riverside River, there is security writing, Honorable Speaker. But go to my constituency, that is Darago, Honorable Speaker. We are not benefiting in any way. There is no security writings, even in big centers like Mairunya, which happens to be the biggest center and one of the biggest revenue earners in this country. So, Honorable Speaker, if this County Energy Planning Committee will be put in place and will get the necessary support from this House, Honorable Speaker, I'm sure we shall ensure our people and even the assembly, which will come after us, will ensure that they can even have a flagship project where electricity will reach out to the remotest areas. In my place, the places without electricity, they call themselves migingos. They will get rid of these migingos where they don't have electricity. And Honorable Speaker, it is a pity, Honorable Speaker, that the development such as electricity will be pegged on who a person supports, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, some of the honorable members, like the member for Kipipiri, cannot be forced to support the rogue government which is killing our people so that they can get electricity, Honorable Speaker. The electricity can hold and...
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir, Honorable Matimo.
Mr. Speaker, it's so unfortunate that whatever Honorable Kadongo is saying, I would wish that he substantiates the same. If he doesn't, if he's unable, Mr. Speaker, he should withdraw on that comment.
Yeah, Honorable Kadongo, once again, I'm encouraging members to confine themselves in this report. It caught my ears when you say this government which is killing people. I want us to avoid going that direction. Let us concentrate on the report.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. It is in public domain. Gen Zs were killed and they will never come alive, Honorable Speaker. And with that, it is better that electricity doesn't come and our people are left to be alive. I will not withdraw because Gen Zs were killed, and that remains a
Maybe-
fact
Honorable
today,
Gathungu.
tomorrow, and even years to come.
Honorable Gathungu, just proceed and confine yourself within the report, then you can call them over.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I had made my contribution, and my closing remark, Honorable Speaker. Let electricity be given to all, regardless of the political stance that we are having. And with those remarks, I call them over. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, and thank you, Honorable Gathungu. Honorable Mbogo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. The report has brought a lot of politics. We as a committee, we sat down, we analyzed, and that is exactly what the survey was saying. It is not very important to point out figures and issues. It is a wake-up call, because the Sustainable Development Goal number 7 says that it is the right of all human, not necessarily even Kenyan, all human, to get affordable, clean energy. And that is where all this plan is coming in, to allow other people, government, interested people, to be able to work towards the goal, to clearly try and uplift them that are claiming that they are low, and at least making sure them that are claimed to have high percentages are maintained. I support and move the report.
Thank you, Honorable Mbogo. I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Public Works, Roads, Transport, Housing and Energy on the Nyandarua County Energy Plan 2024-2028 as a report of the House, and recommendations therein as the resolution of the House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we've exhausted the business in the main order paper. We proceed to the supplementary order paper. Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
I have no communication to make.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements. Order number 8, motions. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a motion to be moved by Honorable Elijah Mwanginyaga, Leader of Majority Party.
Very well. Honorable Mwangi Shoki, Leader of the Minority Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Majority Leader, I beg to move the following motion: that pursuant to Standing Order 29.3, the House does resolve to adjourn to a day other than the next normal sitting, in accordance with the Assembly Legislative Calendar, such that the House does resolve to adjourn its sitting from its sitting of today, Tuesday, the 17th day of February 2026, at 2:30 p.m. to Tuesday, the 24th day of February 2026 at 9:30 p.m. Mr. Speaker, this is occasioned by the need of the members of the County Assembly, representing the good people of Nyandarua, in joining together with the other legislative assemblies for purposes of review of the businesses that each individual counties are doing, for purposes of exchange and ensuring that we are all moving in the same direction or bettering our direction. For that reason, Mr. Speaker, because we have such meeting happening tomorrow, that's the reason why we are seeking to be able to adjourn, to be able to join in the great business of ensuring that we are able to move together as a legislative team. I would wish to call the Honourable Member for Wajohi to second.
Second. Honourable Speaker, I second.
I now propose a question, which is that this House, that pursuant to Standing Order 29.3, the House does resolve to adjourn to a day other than the next normal sitting in accordance with the Assembly legislative calendar, such that the House does resolve to adjourn its sitting from its sitting of today, Tuesday, the 17th day of February 2026 at 2:30 p.m. to Tuesday, the 24th day of February 2026 at 9:30 a.m. I now put the question, which is that the House does resolve to adjourn to a day other than the next normal sitting day in accordance with the Assembly legislative calendar, such that the House does resolve to adjourn its sittings from its sitting of today, Tuesday, the 17th day of February 2026 at 2:30 p.m. to Tuesday, the 24th day of February 2026 at 9:30 a.m. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we've exhausted the business in both the main order paper and supplementary order paper for this sitting.
There being no other business to transact during today's sittings, I now adjourn the House to Tuesday, the 24th day of February 2026 at 9:30 a.m.